Well, hello, everyone. Yeah. So, you might be thinking, why is my stuff not really matching up? I don't... So what happened was my microphone decided just not to work, and so I'm having to voice over everything. So, I'm currently watching the video, and I'm just gonna kind of go over things. Yeah. So here we are. So yeah. So in this video, I have decided to make my castle. So as you can see, I get a sword. This is really weird to me. So I get a sword. I realize I have enough food, and I decide to actually make a lightning rod with some copper, because why not? And yeah, so then I'm gonna decide to go find the terracotta. And this took me actually a little bit, because I was thinking to go to the very big pillars originally to get the yellow terracotta straight. However, when I thought of that, but it was like, it's too hard. So I decided, okay, let's try to look for a bit of a bigger mountain that I can climb up. So I looked in the Badlands biome that was nearby, and yeah, so looking around, I was looking, and I was looking, and I was looking, and I was like, okay, that's the terracotta. Kept a mental note, and then I realized that there's all just these spikes, and it'd be terrible, and it didn't look like there was any mountains, kind of just the mountains that I wanted around. So I was thinking, okay, the ravine would have it, and it didn't. So yeah, I then decided, screw it. So I'm gonna say no. Oh god, no to the ravine, and yeah, just go and mine over there, I guess. So I finished mining, with a lot of stuff, a lot. Yeah, so I got 2.5 stacks, because I thought that'd be kind of enough for starting the castle that I wanted to do. So I was like, okay, I need to go to the next plan and get some yellow dye from dandelions. So I'm gonna go be all pretty and pick dandelions, which is really fun and is not quite boring as hell. So I decided to go find some dandelions, and there's a dandelion right there. I didn't see that in the video. That's not gonna bug me now that I know that I missed that. So yeah, you probably are maybe hearing some of the audio twice. I'm sorry if that is the case. I will stop that for you. Yeah, so sorry for that in the first part. Okay, so yeah, picking dandelions, and I realized that I need 20, so I aimed 20, but then I had to do it quite quick, because it is almost night. So yeah. Yeah. So, gotta keep picking quickly before nightfall happens. And what actually ended up happening is I end up getting 19 before I have to go to bed in game. So, yeah, I'm just kind of annoyed, and I decide, okay, I'll go to bed and get the last one off to bed. So yeah, so I've woken up, and I've now decided that I need to find the last bit of yellow, and I just get it quickly, and I might have walked past one. So get the 20, turn it into 20 yellow dye, and then decide to go and make the terracotta into yellow terracotta. So I do Crafting. Yeah. So now I've decided to go and start my castle, throw the egg. So just kind of preparing everything. So this is when I start to build. And I realized that originally my plan was to change locations while building, but then I decided just to stay where I was. It's not a good area that I've chosen to build in, so yeah. Okay, so I am looking around and just can't find anything, so yeah, I'm looking and looking and looking, and eventually I just decide to stay in my area. So I decided, okay, I'll need to terraform a little bit, because I mentioned how not flat of an area this place is. So yeah, I start digging out the area so it's flat, and yeah, and stuff. Yeah, so there's a lot of just digging now, and yeah, so a lot of flattening, and now it's time to start building. So I don't know what I was doing when I was doing this. I probably should have planned out the build a little bit, but I didn't, so yeah. Yeah, so I start this, yeah, this monstrosity of a build, and yeah, so yeah, and then I'm just realizing how big of a wall do I want, and I think I ended up deciding on 6. Now there's a lot of just this next part being just counting, because it's building and you need to do a lot of counting, and I probably should, I'm going to figure out the replay mod for next episode, so you won't have to worry about this. So yeah, so I get one side done, and then I realize that I want to build, I want to, you know, break these blocks, so it's bigger on the inside, I guess. Breaking grass. I'm recounting. And yeah, so I decide now to place blocks. And this is where things take a lot longer, because I've got to recount everything about 1 billion times, because this is building. So yeah, here's where I go and recount. Again. And again. And again. And again. It's like, so yeah. And then sort my terracotta out. It's a mess. And now I decide to start terraforming a little bit. So, and just the blocks right next to it, so it doesn't look horrible. So yeah. Here I go count again, because, yeah, that yellow block is the metal, by the way. So then I go count, and I do this side, which is part of the front. I go and count 1 million times. Kind of just mark where the turret should be. And now I start working on this turret. I don't worry about the tools being really slow. I do decide to go mining later, which will speed up things in other episodes. So, I start building the turret, and doing more terraforming to make it not look horrible, which I should have done off camera, but I decided, nah. Yeah. Making sure it's the right size turret. And now I start working on the back. Maybe I should have worked on the other side that isn't built. Yeah, so I do the next turret, more of the same stuff. I go reassure everything. Oh no, I make another shovel, that's what I do. So I make my new shovel. And yeah, I go make the next turret, which is more boring work of breaking. Luckily I did some mining, so that will stop me from having to do this every time. Yeah, so I go break it. I was like, okay, screw the middle part, so I'll just make it so I can build it. That's me checking to make sure it's the right size again. Build it, and then I start connecting up the two parts. I don't know, the two other sides. So I go and do that. I should have maybe counted. I didn't count actually here. I just actually realized I got it totally right somehow by luck. And now I'm gonna start building the last turret. And by the way, I'm building a castle. I probably should have explained that. I'm doing this just one take, so yeah. I decided to, build the turret. Yay. So then I decide to, what do I decide to do? Terraform. No, I start to judge. I don't know what I did next. I think I did terraform next, or do I? No, it's terraforming, the boring part. So there's a lot of block breaking. This as well. I just terraform just the first block on the outside to make it not look horrible. I get the trees and everything. So yeah, I decided not to do the inside, I think, for some reason. I don't know why. I probably should have done the inside. So yeah, so I'm just doing just around the outside so it doesn't look like terrible. Some more terraforming that I should have done. Preparation, or prepared myself, but no. So now that I've got most of it just thoroughly kind of got an edge around, I now decide to suss out the height. So I think what I ended up deciding is that I need to be 8 blocks higher than the one that we currently have. I think I decided on 7, or it might be 9. 8 or 9 blocks higher, because, yeah, so not this high, 1 block higher, because that's the correct height of the main part, to go 1 higher, and then start doing the little pointy extra blocks at the top, so it looks like a castle. Yeah. My thoughts will come out better once it's built. So then I decide to start doing the second layer. More block placing, which ends up being less than what it is in this video right now, because I ended up blowing it up to a creeper about 5 minutes after the video when I was taking a thumbnail. So yeah, we are slightly less far along. Now go break the rest of the tree, because it's weird to have a tree in the house. And yeah, I don't know what I decide to do next. I think I then am moving on to, I think I'm just looking at the house. Well, the next thing, yes, so I'm now going to mine, so I need to make 2 strip mines, one at 11, one at -58. The 11 one is for iron and coal, and the one at -58 is for literally everything else. So I decide to do the ladder strategy, and that's where you it's you make a 2x1 hole, and then you go straight down to bedrock, and you get, and it's quite efficient and doesn't take you a long time. So I need like a stupid butt ton of ladders. It's like 122, I think, is what it decides on. Don't worry, you guys won't have to sit through me mining. I gotta sleep again. Yeah. So, I decide I need more ladders. I find out I need more ladders. So I just go start destroying some trees for ladders. Okay, so I think that 9 logs will be enough. Well, how long was I? Because it ended up not being enough. I don't think. Well, I remember it not being enough. Yeah. So I need to go destroy another whole tree to get more ladders. More ladders to go down. Yeah. So, yeah, now I have enough wood. I'm going to make ladders, and then I'm going to make an extra pick and shovel, so that they don't break while down there. I didn't realize I'm one short, so I need to make more sticks, which creates more ladders. Yeah, so now I decide to create... Oh no, I need to create more ladders. Right, so then I decide to make more pickaxes, another pickaxe and shovel, so they don't break while down below. This is going to be that's the 3rd pickaxe I made for this video, because I made one while mining all the terracotta. And don't worry, you will not have to sit through the mining. Yeah. So, yep, start mining. So now we cut to after I've finished mining. Yeah, so I mined just for a bit. I barely found anything. I found some iron, some gold, some redstone. Nothing really of interest. I made the 2 strip mines. So, yeah. Yeah. So, that was that. And it's the end. Subscribe. Like. Do everything you meant to do. Next video, my plan is to continue working on this base. By the way, I don't know what else I meant to say for these intros. Like, subscribe, comment, share. I don't know, be kind, whatever. I don't really have a saying for these outros, whatever they are. Do what you need to do. I don't know. Yeah, have fun. Don't cry yourself to sleep. So yeah, have fun. I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. Sorry if you're sitting in silence still. Yeah, this is me waving. I don't know what else to put.